Good day, I am Rachel Ann Marie Dator, and we, the Group 10, will be discussing the information about using SPSS. What is SPSS? SPSS is short for Statistical Package for the Social Sciences, and is various kind of researchers for complex statistical data analysis. Most of research agencies use SPSS to analyze survey data and mine text data so that they can get the most out of their research and survey projects. So the first thing that you need to do is download the SPSS in your computer. After you download the program, you can open and you will see a window like this. So there are 6 different windows that can be opened when using the SPSS. These are the data editor, the output navigator, the pivot navigator, the chart editor, the text output editor, and the syntax editor. So let's proceed in creating or assessing data in SPSS using the data editor window. By the way, let me tell you what is the data editor window. So the data editor window is a spreadsheet in which you define your variables and enter data. Each row corresponds to a case while each column represents a variable. The title bar displays the name of the open data file or untitled if the file has not yet been saved. These windows open automatically when SPSS is started.
So let's begin in creating or assessing data. By the way, my name is Maria Alexandra Darin-Paul P. Bernardo. There are 3 steps that we must follow to create a new dataset in SPSS. Step 1 is defining variables in a new dataset. Variables are defined one at a time using the Define Variables dialog box. This box assigns data definition information to variables. To access the Define Variables dialog box, double-click on the top of column where the word bar appears or select Define Variables from the data menu. Variable name. This field describes the name of the variables being defined. To change the name, place the cursor in the field and type the name. The variable name must begin with a letter of the alphabet and cannot exceed 8 characters. Spaces are not allowed within the variable name. Each variable must be unique. Type. This field describes the type of the variables that is being defined. To change this field, click on the Type button. This will open the Define Variable Type dialog box. Select the appropriate type of data. When done, click on the Continue button.
Hello, my name is Bianca May de Asis, and did you know that there are 2 types of variable labels? The first one is the variable label, which is the name for the variable that can be up to 120 characters long and can include spaces, which variable names cannot. If a variable label is entered, the label will be printed on charts and reports, making them easier to understand. The second one is the value label, which provides a key for translating numeric data. To change the variable label, click on the Labels button. This will open the Define Labels dialog box. Enter the appropriate information into the fields. When done, click on the Continue button. The missing values indicates which subset of the data will not be included in the dataset. To change this field, click on the Missing Values button. This will open the Define Missing Values dialog box. Enter the appropriate information into the field. When done, click on the Continue button. And the Alignment R field that indicates the column alignment and width. To change this field, click on the Column Format button. This will open the Define Column Format dialog box. Enter the appropriate information into the fields. When done, click on the Continue button.
So let's proceed to the step 2, entering the data in a new dataset. Once all the variables are defined, enter the data manually. Assume that the data is not already in an external file. The data is typed into the spreadsheet, one cell at a time. Each cell represents an observation. When information is typed into a cell, it appears the edit area at the top of the window. The information is entered into the cell. When the active cell is changed, the mouse, tab enter, and the cursor key can be used to enter data. To indicate a cell that does not have a data value, a period represents the system missing value.
I am Carlos Zambale from VSTM 4A. Step 3 is saving new dataset. The work performed on a dataset only lasts during the current session. To retain the current dataset, it must be saved to a file. Select Save from the File menu, and the Save Data as a dialog box opens. From the Save as a Type drop-down list, and select SPSS just like this. From the Save in a drop-down list, select the path where the file will be saved. In the File Name box, enter a name for the file, and SPSS automatically adds the extensions. Click the Save button.
We would like to express our deepest gratitude to our professor, Mr. Christian J. Umlas, in making this report possible. Thank you very much, sir.